welcome to Get Wild Guitars. I'm your host, Perry Novak. I built this guitar. I call this one the freestyle guitar. Its body consists of two different types of wood, maple and black walnut, and the neck is made of maple and Indian rosewood. Now on this guitar, I'm using something called the Fernades Sustainer System. By using these two pickups and a preamp system, I can get indefinite sustain. I'll show you how it works. Or I can get indefinite harmonic sustain. So join me on Get Wild Guitars and I'll show you how I did it. Apply type-on glue and arrange the pieces of maple and black walnut into a pattern of your liking. Here I have started with a 3.5 inch strip of maple, a 1/2 inch strip of black walnut, a 1 3/4 strip of maple, and for the center I have a 1 inch strip of black walnut. Tighten up the bar clamps, making sure that each piece of wood is even with the next. Start with a bar clamp at each end and alternate the clamps. Wipe off any excess glue with a paper towel. Again, stagger the clamps. Let the glue set up overnight. After removing the clamps, our next step is to design and cut out the body. This guitar is 12.5 inches wide, 17.5 inches from the top horn to the base, and 14 inches from the cutaway horn to the base. Using a bandsaw or a saber saw, slowly cut out your shape. Cut outside the line to avoid any mistakes. This tool is called an oscillating spindle sander. It has so many uses, it is definitely the most important tool in my shop. Here it is removing the saw blade marks, smoothing out the edges of the body.
Using a router table, router, and a roundover bit, round the edges. If you don't have access to a router table, you can clamp the body to a bench and use the router by hand or file the edges.
What I want to do is center my bridge on the center line, just to get an idea where I'm going to put the controls for the Fernades Sustainer kit. This kit already comes pre-assembled, and it's on this plexiglass plate. Well, I set it up here just to get an idea. The next thing I'm going to do is take everything off this plate, and I'm going to use the plate as a template. Remove everything carefully, set it aside.
Drill straight through to the back side of the body. Drill a series of holes one next to the other for the 5-way selector switch. Later I will show you how to finish this step. Next, flip the body over to the back side and line up the template and trace the outside. This is the area that will be milled out for the control cavity. Using a router and a straight bit, mill out the cavity until you have reached the proper depth. Remember to leave a ledge for the cover to set on. This is a pickup template. Line up the center line on the template to the center line on the body. You can also center your pickup and trace it. Mill out the pickup cavities to a depth of 1 inch. Using a drill bit like a router, carefully mill out between the series of holes that were drilled earlier. Now take a small file and square off the slot. Find the center and drill a pilot hole straight into the control cavity. Use a 13/16 or a 3/4 inch paddle bit to expand the hole for the 1/4 inch jack.